Our vision here at Fresh Coast Alliance is to reimagine what reentry from incarceration looks like and also what recovery from the world of addiction looks like. We do that in a number of different ways, everything from counseling to housing to employment to recovery groups, a support system. And the great thing about it is the gospel is at the center of this. Fresh Coast Alliance is this contextualized version of the gospel. It's literally the hands and feet of Jesus, and we meet people right where they're at. We love it when people come, they can come in broken, and our goal as we partner with what God's doing here on the earth, specifically here in Muskegon, we partner with Him as people leave here restored. An example and kind of the proof of what we do here and how powerful it is. I'm thinking of a guy named Jeff who came here just a little over 2 years ago. This is a guy who him and I had spent time in prison. He came back to Muskegon after he was released, and him and I bumped into each other, and I invited him to come to church with me. I said, why don't you come check us out on a Sunday? And literally, I think it was about 2 weeks later, he came. And at the end of the message, there was an invitation to come and receive Christ. He came forward, and without exaggeration, he prayed, asked Christ to come into his life. And Jesus came in and he sat down on the throne of his heart and became king that day. Afterward, he gave his life to Christ, and him and I got a chance to talk about what we do here at Fresh Coast. Told him about our housing program and all the other things that we offer. Took him a few days, but a few days later, he came back and said, I'm ready. I want to do this. So he did. He came into the housing program. He stayed with us for about 18 months and just kind of went through this rebuilding process. After about 18 months, he got his own place, moved into his own place, and he was passionate about getting his children back. And literally, I think probably 6 months later, the judge granted him full rights back to his children. His children were able to move back in with him. And the cool thing about this story is not only was he a participant, but now he's one of our recovery coaches and reentry coach. The same restoration that he received, the same message of the gospel that he received that helped him recover and transition back into society, he's now able to offer that to the other men and women who come through Fresh Coast.